Presenting the transcription feature, Superman. Up in the sky. Look. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Superman. And now, Superman, mighty visitor from another world who came to Earth when the planet Krypton was destroyed by quakes and explosions. Superman, who can twist steel in his bare hands, leap tall buildings at a single bound, race a speeding bullet to its target, and who walks about among human beings as champion of the weak and the oppressed, disguised as Clark Kent, news reporter. As our story opens today, Kent has returned from Bridger Field after solving the mystery of the wrecked airplane and is about to pick up a new assignment. He is in the private office of city editor Perry White of the Daily Planet, and White is staring at him across the desk in some surprise. Listen.
And do you honestly mean to tell me you've never heard of Buffalo Hills?
Oh, only just this minute, Chief. No fooling. What is it, a national game preserve?
Buffalo Hills, Kent, is about to become a national shrine.
Oh, now I remember. It's where they carved the pictures in the side of a mountain.
Well, now you're waking up.
Uh-huh.
Enormous sculptures, Kent. Scenes representing the early history of the pioneers. Carved in granite half a mile up in the air in the face of the cliff.
Yes, haven't they been at it for 5 years?
More than that. Now they've finished. Next week comes the big unveiling.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you'll like Buffalo Hills. Fine air, wonderful views. And, of course, that's Al Carson's face.
Al J. Carson, the reform governor? Oh, so that's what it is. You think there may be trouble, eh?
I didn't say so, Kent.
Oh, I understand, Mr. White. If there is, you'd like me to be on hand. What kind of trouble are you looking for?
Well, Carson's had a fight on his hands. He's cleaned up the state, but there's a certain gang that's sworn to get him.
Wasn't he shot at just last week?
Yes, for the third time. They send a heavy police guard wherever he goes. I don't know. Now, if I were a crook and wanted to get a well-known public figure, well, what would you do?
I'd pick a time when he was out in the open with lots of people.
Yeah, just so. Now, for instance, the ceremony's at Buffalo Hills, where Governor Carson will make the chief address. See?
Uh-huh.
Steady on, White. Who? Hatch. Well, what is he? Oh, yes, certainly I know him, certainly. All right, let him come up.
All right, Mr. White. I'll be running along then. Got to get tickets and expense money.
Stick around, Kent. You ever meet Asa Hatch?
The old man who takes pictures?
He's an old friend of mine, Kent. Pioneer, Indian fighter, scientist, scholar, probably the best landscape photographer in the country. And besides that, he's a regular amateur detective.
What?
You heard me. Amateur Sherlock Holmes. Also volunteer traveling correspondent for the Daily Planet.
Ah.
You better stick around and meet him, Kent. Men like Asa Hatch are scared. I had no idea he was in town.
Perry, my dear fellow, the very man I want to see.
Come in, Asa. Come in and shut the door. Kent, pull up a chair.
My dear Perry, the story of a lifetime. Front page, absolutely.
Now, you just sit down and stop bubbling like a fountain. Meet one of my bright young men, Clark Kent.
How do you do, Mr. Hatch?
Delighted, charmed. Perry, stop the presses. How long before you go to bed?
Me or the paper?
The paper.
10 minutes ago. What's on your mind?
Sensation, believe me. Look at me, Perry. Mr. Kent, if that's the name.
That's it.
Observe me, up and down and sideways. Do I appear dangerous, vicious?
Dangerous? What are you talking about?
Is there anything about me to stir people to rage, homicidal frenzy?
I'm afraid I don't.
In words of one syllable, is there any reason why anyone should want to kill me?
Kill you? Asa, what are you talking about?
Well, my dear fellow, I'm doing my best to tell you. Kindly don't interrupt. Merely listen.
Yes, we're listening.
I said don't interrupt. I arrived in this metropolis of yours from the south and went to the station to purchase a ticket for the west. To be explicit, for Boulder City.
Boulder City? Are you going out to Buffalo Hills?
Of course, my dear fellow, if you insist on interrupting, I shall take myself and my story to the Daily Express.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's merely that Kent's going out to Boulder City, too. You'll be company for him.
Certainly, Perry, if he enjoys traveling with a corpse.
What?
The word was corpse. One who has departed this life.
Now, Asa, look here. Would you mind telling us what in heaven's name you're talking about?
Not at all. I've been trying to for some minutes.
Then what is it?
My hat.
What?
My hat. There it is. Look at it. And Mr. Kent, you look at it.
Well, it looks all right, Mr. Hatch. A little dusty on one side, but...
Natural consequence of being plucked from the gutter. And what was it doing in the gutter? Lying there, gentlemen, after being shot from my head.
What? Shot from your head?
Quite so. Look at it closely. A hole in the crown, yes. That hole was made by a bullet.
What?
Please, Perry, your remarks have a certain monotony. The last three have been spot, spot, spot.
But I don't understand.
Look, Perry, I came out of the station, walked by an alley, and someone shot my hat off with a rifle.
Yes, but who did it and why? Did they take you for a gangster?
How do you know it was a rifle?
Well, please, gentlemen, one at a time. I don't know who did it, nor why, nor whether they took me for a gangster, and I merely guessed that a rifle was used.
Why?
Because I saw no sign of the perpetrator and heard no shot. Too far for a pistol. Now then, what I should like to know is, what next?
Well, Mr. Hatch, have you reported this to the police?
Not so far, Mr. Kent. I prefer to come straight to my old friend, White. As I said before, a front-page story. Distinguished photographer shot in dark. Attempted murder in the night. Well, Perry?
Asa, when did this happen?
This evening, barely 20 minutes ago.
Have you been anywhere since?
I told you I came straight here. I walked across the park, and here I am.
The window!
Mr. Pickens, Mr. Hatch, stand back from that window. Get back. Are you hurt?
No, I think not.
Mr. White, that was a bullet. Someone fired a bullet at Mr. Hatch through the window.
Call the police. Call the press room. Get out there and do something, Kent.
I'm going, Mr. White.
Hey, you men out there. Ferguson, boy, get in here. Call the police. No, don't call the police.
Now then, out of sight in the hall.
I think it's time Clark Kent changed into Superman and did a little detective work. If that was a bullet, I know just about where it came from. Now, out of these clothes. Up with the window. And out we go. Out and away. Up. Out of this alley. Out over the street. Now then. That shot came through the window and hit the wall across the office near the ceiling. So whoever it was fired it from below and almost directly opposite. Down we go. Down. Down to that empty floor in the loft across from the Planet Building. Down. Down on that ledge. Hope I make a good landing. Here we go. Uh-oh. Almost slipped that time. I wish they'd make these ledges a little broader. 6 inches wide and 40 feet above the street. Now then, if I can just edge along a bit. I think that's an open window just ahead. It is. Open just an inch or two. Something's coming out of it. It's a rifle barrel. Great Scott, he's going to try again. That lighted window in White's office is a perfect target. Oh, no, you don't, my friend. Not twice in the same place. Not while Superman's around. No time for crawling. Have to burst in there and knock that gun down. Out and down and in through the window.
Hey, what the?
Put down that gun.
Where'd you come from? Stand back.
I said put down that gun. I won't say it again.
You bet you won't say it again. Don't come any closer. All right.
No good. Bullets just bounced, and so will you.
Hey, what are you doing? Get away! Get away!
Quick, talk and talk fast. Why did you shoot at Asa Hatch?
What do you know about Asa Hatch?
Why did you shoot at him? Who sent you here?
None of your business.
Oh, is that so? Well, I'm making it my business. I told you once before to drop that gun.
Get away, please. Get away. I won't talk. You can't make me.
Quick, the police will be here in a minute. I hear them downstairs already. Talk. I said talk.
Ow, let me go. Will it? Ow. I'll get you. I'll get you.
Stop that. I won't give you another chance. Look out for that gun.
Oh, got me. Oh.
Oh, I told you to watch out.
I'm going. Quick. Listen.
Hell, what is it? Quick, someone's coming.
I'm going. I'll talk now. Listen.
Quick.
They sent me.
Yes?
Flores. Alcott.
Who's Flores?
Get Hatch. Flores.
Yes?
Oh,
he's gone, poor fellow. Nothing I can do for him now. I can't be found here either. One more second, they'll be prowling through that door. Out the window. Out we go. Back to the Planet office. Up and away.
No, I can't understand it. I can't understand where he went. I told him to get the police and find out what was going on. Come in.
Ah, there he is. Speak of angels, Terry, and you hear the flutter of their wings.
Ken, come in. Man alive, where have you been?
Mr. White, they got him. They got the man who did the shooting.
Good work. Who was he?
I can't tell you that. He was hiding in an empty loft across the street. And when the watchman broke in and cornered him, he shot himself.
Shot himself. Why?
Well, nobody knows.
Mr. Kent, forgive my curiosity, but did he have any remark to make on the reason for the shooting?
Mr. Hatch, he did say something. He mentioned 2 names.
Ah, what were they?
Flores. He said Flores and then Carson.
Carson? Great Scott. Did he mean Al Carson, the governor?
Beyond a doubt. Go on, Mr. Kent.
Well, Mr. Hatch, that's all. It was all he said.
What were his exact words, Ken?
As near as I remember, he said, they sent me. Flores. Carson.
I don't believe it. It can't be true. Carson, the governor of a state, sending gunmen to murder innocent people back east? It can't be the governor.
Oh, it isn't, Terry, it isn't. But Flores, Pete Flores, I know him well.
You do? But what have they got against you?
Mr. Hatch, what's it all about?
My dear Mr. Kent, I haven't the slightest idea. But I can promise you one thing. You said something about traveling west with me to Boulder City.
Yes, that's right. He's covering the celebration at Buffalo Hills.
Morning, Mr. White. Quiet!
Yeah? Well, what is it? Great Scott! Look here. More trouble at Boulder City.
What?
Governor Carson's automobile wrecked in a head-on smash.
Ah, was he hurt?
No, just a few scratches.
Very lucky. Just how lucky even he doesn't know. Yes, as I was saying, Mr. Kent, about your trip to Buffalo Hills for the celebration.
Well, what about it, Asa?
Whatever else it may be, it won't be dull. Oh, dear me, no. And as far as celebrations are concerned, Mr. Kent, I think, you can prepare more for something like the 4th of July.
Mystery piling on mystery. What is Asa Hatch talking about? Who is Pete Flores? And what is the connection between Flores and Governor Carson? And why should anyone train a rifle on an elderly scientist and photographer? Tune in next time and follow the story of Superman. And remember, be sure to tune in the next thrilling installment of the amazing transcription feature, Superman.
Up in the sky! Look! It's a bird!
It's a plane!
It's Superman!
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Action Comics magazine. Presenting the transcription feature, Superman.
Up in the sky! Look! It's a bird!
It's a plane!
It's Superman!
And now, Superman, champion of the weak and the oppressed, valiant fighter for truth and justice, who is faster than an airplane, stronger than a locomotive, who comes from interstellar space, but who walks the earth as a man among men, disguised as Miles Clark Kent, news reporter for the Daily Planet. When we last saw him, Superman, as Clark Kent, was about to leave for Boulder City, far out in the Buffalo Hills, where a national monument was to be dedicated in 1 week's time. As he received his assignment, an unexpected visitor appeared in the person of Asa Hatch, elderly scientist and photographer, and said that he, too, planned a trip to Buffalo Hills. Even as he stood at the window of Editor White's office, a shot crashed through the glass, barely missing him. Following the line of the bullet, Superman leaped into the darkness and traced it to an empty loft across the street. In the struggle that followed, the unknown rifleman was killed, gasping out the names of Pete Flores, Western bad man, and Al J. Carson, reformed governor of the Western state in which the monument would be dedicated. As our story continues, 2 days have passed. The train carrying Kent and Asa Hatch is roaring westward. But meanwhile, at a small way station not far from Boulder City, 2 men awaited captain. One of them is Dutchy Gann, a member of the Flores gang. The other is Flores himself. Listen.
Come on, Pete. Here's the witness.
So, I hear. Come along, Dutchy. Down to the end of the platform. Don't forget the suitcase.
Don't worry.
And don't throw it around like that. There's a pineapple in there that will blow you sky high.
Listen, what you got against this newspaper guy? What's his name? Kent.
Not much. I haven't heard much about him. But what little I hear is plenty. Look what he did to the Nellie.
Kent do that?
So I'm told. Maybe it was luck, and maybe it was. Whatever it was, we don't want no part of it out here. Not till we get through with Carson.
When's it coming off?
Midnight tonight. When they ain't looking for nothing, that's why I want to knock these guys off first.
Who's the other one?
The other guy is an old bird by the name Pat. He was out here once before. What he did was plenty.
Plenty what?
Plenty trouble. Don't know if he meant it or not, but that don't make no difference. This time, I ain't take no chance.
Here she comes. What about it now, Pete?
Come on. Back into the tall glass. Get down, Dutchy. So, now listen.
She's slowing down, all right.
Open up the suitcase. Handle it easy. There.
What do I do?
You ride the rods. 6 pineapple under car 384. Go as far as Island Falls. Then get off and meet me in Boulder City.
Here comes the dust. Watch yourself, Pete. Can't see a thing.
You watch the car. Count the numbers. There she is. That's 384. Now then, Dutchy, quick. No one see you in dust. Run. Get on board rods. Make it good and tight. Quick.
Okay, Pete. Come on.
All right? Oh, quite all right, thank you. I'm a natural-born traveler, Mr. Kent.
Yes. Is your lemonade sweet enough?
Suits me. Your help.
As we say, down the hatch. Slowly down the hatch. The ain't a hatch. Oh, bless my soul, we're stopping. Didn't stay long at this place. What's the name of it?
I don't know. Oh, wait. Here comes the station. Wait a minute now. Little Fort. Well, it's little enough, but I don't see the fort.
They're in the water when there is any water.
Which there isn't right now. Boy, look at that dust.
Too bad for tramps, eh, Mr. Kent? Yes, there are any tramps.
Yes, I'm just as glad I'm riding the chair cars and not the rods. Well, how about some more lemonade, eh?
No, thank you. One's enough. Oh, my word, you certainly drank it down. Yes, as I was saying before, Mr. Kent, I very soon decided that the law was not for me, so I went to be taking pictures, and there I've been ever since.
Well, you must have done a bit of traveling here and there, haven't you?
Oh, yes, here and there. In fact, the last time I was out at Boulder City, a good many years ago that was, I had a very curious experience. Would you like to hear about... I say, would you like to hear about it?
Huh? What?
I said, would you like to hear about my experiences the last time I was in Boulder City?
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Oh, my dear fellow, you're suddenly absorbed. Is anything the matter?
Mr. Hatch, do you hear anything?
Hear anything?
Yes.
Why, no, only the usual click of the wheels. Do you?
Listen. Directly under us, isn't there a sort of metallic clinking? Wait.
Well, my dear fellow, it's probably some tramp. He's changing his force speed.
No, really. Listen.
Oh, my dear Kent, I don't hear a thing, and if I did, why bother?
Funny. I don't hear it now myself. Well, sir, if you'll excuse me, I think I'll just drop in on the smoking car. Would you care to come along?
No, thank you. No, I shall read a bit and then take a nap.
All right. Well, I won't be long. Back in 10 minutes.
Take your time. We don't get to Boulder City until 11.
All right. Mighty queer, if you ask me. I could have sworn there was someone under the car making an adjustment with tools. Wonder whether Superman should investigate. Wait. There it is again. There is someone. He's under this car. He's riding the rods, but that isn't all. That isn't all he's doing. I think I'll have a look at this. Someone took a shot at Hatch back east. It's just barely possible he might be trying something else right now. I'll open this door. Leave it open so I can get back in again. Now then, that does it. Out we go. Out over the train. Up. Faster. Got to get my bearings. Now, I'll just drop down and skim along under the cars or right alongside. Down we go. Down and right next to the train. Down. Plenty of cinders and dust. Now, let's see. Nobody back there. Now then, this is the car we were in, Hatch and I. Huh, there is someone there. There's a tramp on the rods. And he's doing something. Well, we'll soon yank him out of that. Hey there!
Hey, what's that? Where'd it come from? I see a thing.
Come out of that. Come on.
I'm going crazy. There's a guy flying along with the train. Ow!
You want me to come in there and get you? All right. How do you like this?
No. Let me alone. I'll fall. I'll go into the wheel.
No, you won't. Let go. Quick. That's it. Now, come along with me. Out we go. And up, and away.
Hey, what are you doing? Where are you taking me?
Just for a ride. Don't be frightened. What were you doing under that car?
Nothing. Honest.
But you're not honest. That's just the trouble. Quick now. What were you doing?
I tell you, I wasn't doing nothing. I was just riding the rod. I got out of Little Fork.
What's your name?
Dutchy Dan.
Look, Dutchy. See that lake right below us? I'm dropping down to it.
Oh,
Down.
Wait, no.
Dropping down to it, Dutchy. And I'm dropping you right into it. What were you doing under that train?
Nothing. I wasn't doing nothing.
All right. Down you go, Dutchy.
Don't let me down.
Oh, I won't let you down. Not yet. We're going ashore, Dutchy. Come on. You're wet here.
You're killing me.
Quick. Now, what were you doing under that train? Quick, unless you want another bath.
No, wait. It was Florrie. Pete Florrie.
Florrie? What do you mean?
He made me do it. He made me fix a bomb.
A bomb? Under that train?
Yeah. He's after the governor. Governor Carson. Tonight.
What about that bomb? When's it going off?
Right away. When the train leaves Island Falls. Hey, wait! Wait, no!
No time to wait now. I'm leaving you here, Dutchie. Get back any way you can. I've got to catch that train. Up, and away.
Porter.
Yes, sir?
What was that station we just stopped at?
That station? Yes, sir. That was Island Falls.
Faster. Ah, there she is. Just pulling out of that junction. If that's Island Falls, got to catch her now or it's too late. Down. Quick, under that car. 384. That's where he was. Ah, there's the bomb. Half a second more. Got to get in there and tear it loose. If it explodes, it'll blow that car to pieces. Now then. Come out of that. Tear loose. Got it. Made it. And off it goes. Down into the river. And just in time.
By the way, did you hear that loud explosion a moment ago? It rattled the window.
Yes, I heard it. I think it was blasting down by the river.
Oh.
Tell me something, Mr. Hatch. That fellow Flores, would he have it in for you in any way?
Flores, Kent?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes, would he have it in for you and Governor Carson?
Well, since you asked me, Kent, yes, he would. Very definitely he would have it in for both of us.
Oh.
Why?
And when does this train get to Boulder City?
Fairly through now, if we're on time. What makes you ask?
Nothing. Except that I think we might make a call on the governor, Mr. Hatch. Tell him what happened back east.
Indeed, Kent. You really think that, eh?
I do, sir. And I'll tell you something else, too. I hope we are on time.
What does Asa Hatch know or suspect? What danger threatens Governor Carson in Boulder City at the hands of Peter Flores and his gang? And can Clark Kent or Superman reach the governor in time to ward it off? Tune in next time and follow the story. And remember, be sure to tune in the next thrilling installment of the amazing transcription feature, Superman.
Up in the sky! Look! It's a bird!
It's a plane!
It's Superman!
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Action Comics magazine. Presenting the transcription feature, Superman.
Up in the sky! Look! It's a bird!
It's a plane!
It's Superman!
And now, Superman, valiant fighter for truth and justice, champion of the weak and the oppressed, who has appeared on Earth from the outer reaches of the universe with a physical structure never before attained by mortal men. Superman, who is stronger than a locomotive, faster than a speeding bullet, and who walks about among human beings disguised as mild Clark Kent, news reporter for the Daily Planet. When we last saw him, Kent was traveling westward toward Boulder City in the Buffalo Hills with Asa Hatch, elderly scientist and photographer, to cover the dedication ceremonies at the new Pioneers National Monument, at which Governor Al Carson is to be the chief speaker. But the gang of Pete Flores, Western bad man, has sworn revenge on the governor for his reform administration, and they have also determined that Kent and Hatch shall not hinder them. As our story continues today, several hours have passed. It is evening, and unknown to Kent and Hatch, Pete Flores plans another attempt on the life of the governor at midnight. Meanwhile, the governor himself, all unknowing, chats with his secretary in the privacy of the executive mansion. Listen.
What's that, Keegan? What's the time?
9:30, sir.
I'm sleepy. I think I'll turn in. Is there anything else that can't wait over till morning?
No, sir. Recommendations of the Pardons Board?
That'll wait. Anything special?
Not particularly. They've recommended Rico Frayne for executive clemency.
What? Rico Frayne? By confounded man, Rico Frayne was Pete Flores' right-hand man.
He was mighty lucky to get out as well as he did.
I was wondering, sir. I mean to say,
Wondering what?
of course, it isn't for me to make suggestions, Governor. I know that.
Well, get on, man. Get on. What are you talking about?
Well, sir, Frayne was only the first. There are a good many prosecutions still to come.
I should say there are plenty of them. I'll have that entire gang behind bars if it's the last thing I do. And Flores along with all the rest.
But, Governor, you know what he said. I mean, Flores...
What Flores says isn't front-page stuff with me, Keegan.
He swears he'll get you, sir. Just as he got all the others that stood in his way.
You really think that, do you, Keegan?
I'm terribly afraid of it, sir.
And I think I'd better show you just how afraid of it I am. Hand me that recommendation.
Governor, what are you going to do?
Keegan, this recommendation on behalf of Rico Frayne is denied. There, that's that. And now, good night.
Good night, sir.
Now I can sleep with a clear conscience. Good night.
Hello? What number you call?
Hey, that you, Flores?
Who is this?
Keegan, at the governor's mansion. It's no good, Flores.
What you mean?
A Frayne recommendation from the Pardons Board. It's denied.
Keegan, you hear me? You listen good, eh?
Yeah, go on, I'm listening.
At midnight tonight, I fix Governor Carson for good.
Midnight?
That's what I say. Listen, you know man by name Hatch, old man?
Old Asa Hatch? Sure, I know him.
Good. So when old man Hatch come to Governor's house tonight, you take care.
What's that? Hatch is coming here?
You hear me, Keegan? Hatch and man from newspaper by name Kent. They both come. We put bomb on the train, but something happened. It don't go off. They do not get to talk to Carson. See?
Okay, Flores, trust me for that.
Your gates, they're locked, yes?
You bet they're locked. And your last try. They won't stand a chance of getting in.
Okay, Keegan. Me, I go follow them myself now. Maybe this is night I fix everybody. Governor, Hatch, and reporter. We see. So long.
So long, Flores.
Remember, you must not let Hatch and Kent get in to talk to Governor. Remember, when they come, I see them outside. Myself.
Well, my dear Kent, what'd you make of it?
Very simple, Mr. Hatch. The governor's life has been threatened, so he locks and bars his gate. Absolutely no admittance.
But that's preposterous. Where are the guards?
Yes, that's something I don't quite understand myself. You'd think they'd be all over the place. But there's a light in the mansion. You can see it through the bars.
Yes, bless me, so there is. Well, what do we do now?
I don't see any bell. Look here, Mr. Hatch. How would it do if you walked on along the wall? Maybe there's another way to get in.
Oh, yes. Are you going to stay here?
Well, somebody might come. You go ahead. If you find anything, call.
Very well, Kent, but I still think this is all a wild goose chase.
Oh, do you? Well, you wouldn't if you'd heard what I heard from Dutchy Gann. Now that you're out of the way, I think Superman will see if he can't get through that gate. Wait. Someone's coming.
Hey, you. What you do with that gate?
Why, I'm just wondering how to get in.
Oh, yeah? Well, here's something else to wonder about. Feel you like that?
Oh, you want to play, do you? All right, I can play, too.
Hey, what you do? Hey, put me down.
Take a pass at a perfect stranger with a blackjack, will you? Well, come to think of it, you're just what I need to open this gate.
Hey, look out. Hey!
Just what the doctor ordered. Threw him against the gate and shattered the lock. After that, the rest is easy. I'll just get them completely open. There, that does it. Now to get this fellow hidden before Hatch comes back. Behind these bushes will do. There we are. When he comes to, he'll think twice before he pulls another blackjack.
Kent! Oh, Kent, what's going on?
There's Hatch. Quick. Back to Clark Kent.
This way, Mr. Hatch. The gate wasn't really locked after all.
It wasn't. Bless me, it certainly seemed locked. What did you do?
I just gave it a push and it opened. Come on, let's get up to the house. Oh, look, someone's coming.
Yes, he's opening the door.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
What's that? Who's there?
Why, bless me if it isn't Keegan. Keegan, my dear fellow.
Who is it?
Here, let me come inside. Where's the light? Come in, Kent.
Really, gentlemen?
Now then, Keegan, don't you remember Asa Hatch, eh?
Asa Hatch? Why, really, I'm afraid...
Keegan, your memory's failing. Think back. Pictures, photographs, you know, the camera.
Oh, yes, Mr. Hatch, yes.
Now that I stop to think.
Now that you stop to think, my dear fellow. A joke's a joke. Look here, this is Mr. Kent, representative of the Daily Planet.
Reporter, I'm terribly sorry, but you know the rules.
Rules?
I don't understand how you gentlemen got in the grounds. The gates were locked.
Mr. Keegan, we've got to see the governor at once.
It's urgent, Keegan.
But the governor never sees reporters except at his daily press conference.
Reporters? Confound you, Keegan. You know I'm not a reporter. I'm an old friend. I wish to see Al Carson at once. At once, you hear?
Sorry, gentlemen. And now, if you wouldn't mind leaving, Governor Carson has retired. And I'm afraid... Good night, gentlemen.
Well, looks like we're locked out.
Kent, my dear fellow, I apologize. I can't imagine what on earth...
Oh, that's all right, Mr. Hatch. The secretary just doesn't remember you.
Doesn't remember me? Don't you believe it? He remembers me perfectly. By Jove.
What's the matter?
Kent, I begin to believe you're right. There is some danger hanging over the governor.
I'm sure of it. But what made you change your mind?
Keegan. He knew me at once, but he refused to admit it. Wouldn't let us go to the governor. Don't you see what that means?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
Well, Kent, use your brains, man. Keegan knows, he must know that if I go to the governor tomorrow with this story of how I was turned away and had the door slammed on me, Keegan will lose his job.
Well, I should certainly think so.
Well, then, my dear fellow, it's as plain as the nose on your face. Keegan isn't afraid of what I might say to the governor tomorrow or at any other time.
Why not?
Because the governor will not be here tomorrow. An attempt will be made to get rid of Governor Al Carson this very night. And Keegan knows it.
Mr. Hatch, you're right.
Yes, and the question is what to do now.
Come on. We'll take a look around the grounds.
Good idea.
If there's anything going on, we may be able to stop it. Come on, quietly now. And keep in the shadows.
Kent, what is the time? Have you any idea?
Oh, it's after 10. That's all I can tell you.
Quiet! Be careful. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. I stepped into a bush. I say, Kent, what if someone observed us at this? A guard or the police? It's a bit awkward, eh?
Quiet! Try not to make too much noise. Let's edge around that corner. Stop.
What's up?
Someone's there. Just ahead of you.
Hatch, look out!
Stand where you are. Go on.
What? Police.
Up with your hands. I guess we got you this time. Grab them, boys.
Yeah, you see here. No, wait. Stop.
Officer, you're making a mistake.
Sure we are. What are you doing snooping around the grounds, eh?
Well, we've just left the mansion.
Oh, you've just left the mansion, have you? Friends of Governor Carson's, I suppose, eh?
Well, if it comes to that, my good fellow, we are. And if you'll kindly conduct us to the door, the governor's secretary will identify us.
Oh, will he? Yeah, that's a good stall, and I'll just take you right up on it. Up they go, boys. Back to the front door.
I'm telling you, you've made the mistake of your life.
Maybe so, but we ain't taking no chances. In case you don't know it, there's a 24-hour watch on this place. Yeah, and how come you had to break in the gate if you're friends of Governor Carson?
Break in the gate? It was open.
Sure, it was open. After you cracked the lock. Here we are. Ring the bell. Oh, never mind. Here's somebody now. Yeah, I reckon they heard the noise.
Say, what's the...
Sorry to bother you, Mr. Keegan, but we just picked up these guys snooping around the grounds.
Back again, Keegan.
They say they came from the house. Friends of the governor's. What about it?
Friends of the governor?
So they say. Take a look at them, will you?
Come on, Keegan. Identify us. We have business to attend to.
Shut up, you. Well, Mr. Keegan?
Captain, I think you'd better take them right down to jail. I give you my word, I've never seen either of them before in my life.
What? Keegan, are you out of your mind?
That's enough of that. Come on, you guys. Rush these bums into the wagon.
Not me, officer. So long.
Hey, get him. Shoot that guy. Hey, shoot that guy. Get away.
Sudden, unexpected intervention at the hands of the police. Asa Hatch is led off to jail, while Superman leaps away into the night. And meanwhile, the minutes pass, and deadly danger comes ever closer to Governor Carson, asleep in the executive mansion. In less than 2 hours, Pete Suarez will strike. Can Superman discover the plot in time to save the governor? Tune in next time and follow the story. And remember, be sure to tune in the next thrilling installment of the amazing transcription feature, Superman.
Up in the sky. Look. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Superman.
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Action Comics magazine.